Jetson. His boy Elroy. Daughter Judy. Jane, his wife.
The Jetsons is a Hanna-Barbera production which originally aired in prime time from September 23, 1962 until March 17, 1963 on ABC. The series was part of the much larger Hanna-Barbera universe in that it had a few crossovers with the Flintstones, the WWE universe, and other Hanna-Barbera characters. The original Jetsons series ran for 3 seasons with a total of 75 episodes. Like many Hanna-Barbera cartoons, the Jetsons was actually created by William Hanna and Joseph Barbera, with music by Hoyt Curtin. The series was an animated sitcom similar to the Flintstones. Though the Flintstones took place in the Stone Age town of Bedrock, the Jetsons took place in the futuristic space-age city of Orbit City. While the Flintstones used dinosaurs and other prehistoric creatures in place of modern technology, the Jetsons used elaborate robotic contraptions, holograms, whimsical inventions, and even aliens in much the same manner. When it debuted, it was ABC's first color broadcast, though in its original run in primetime it only lasted for a single season, due to airing opposite Walt Disney's Wonderful World of Color and Dennis the Menace. Then it was moved to Saturday mornings, where it became very successful and received 2 more seasons. After its original run, it went into syndication, where it was broadcast nearly continuously all the way through the 90s. The series revolves around 40-year-old George Jetson, originally voiced by George O'Hanlon, and then eventually by Don Messick, Billy West, Jeff Bergman, Keith Scott, Wally Wingert, Skeet Ulrich, and Robert Kaczynski. George is a loving family man who always seems to make the wrong decision and works at Spacely Sprockets. He's married to 33-year-old Jane Jetson, who's a homemaker that's obsessed with fashion and gadgetry, played by Penny Singleton. Her favorite store is Mooningdale's, and is a member of the Galaxy Women Historical Society. George and Jane have 2 kids, 15-year-old Judy, who is voiced by Janet Waldo, and 6.5-year-old, later 8-year-old, Elroy, who is voiced by Dawes Butler. Judy was born when Jane was 18 years old, and is a student of Orbit High School. A stereotypical teenage girl for that time, her main interests are clothes, hanging out with boys, and revealing secrets to her digital diary she calls Dee Dee. Elroy is a highly intelligent boy who is an expert in all space sciences. As a mild-mannered good child, he attends Little Dipper School, where he studies space, history, astrophysics, and star geometry. Elroy's best friend is the family dog Astro, who is voiced by Don Messick. The family is accompanied by their outdated housekeeper robot Rosie, who was voiced by Jean Vanderpel. Rosie does all the housework and some of the parenting similar to Alice from the Brady Bunch. She's a strong authoritarian. A series regular is Cosmo Spacely, who's George's ill-tempered boss and owner of Spacely Space Sprockets. The series' running gag is that he often kicks George out of his office and shouts, "Jetson, you're fired!" The series lasted on 1 season alone in syndication until 1985, when new episodes were finally produced. Following its initial run, the Jetsons spent 2 decades on Saturday morning. It aired on CBS from 1964 to 1965 and 1969 to 1971, then moved to NBC from 1965 to 1967, 1971 to 1976, and 1979 to 1983. The Jetsons' first television movie was The Jetsons Meet the Flintstones in 1987, which was then followed by Rockin' with Judy Jetson in 1988. Hanna-Barbera's 50th, A Yabba Dabba Doo celebration in 1989, the Jetsons movie in 1990, and the Jetsons in the WWE Robo WrestleMania in 2017. In 1985, Paramount Pictures planned a live-action film, which was to be executive produced by Gary Nardino, but failed. Later it was purchased by Universal Studios, who also purchased the film rights to the Flintstones, which resulted in the 1990 animated film. In 2001, a new movie was planned, but was eventually relaunched with Adam Goldberg confirmed as the new screenwriter. By 2007, it was set to be a CGI adaptation for a potential 2009 theatrical release. By 2015, the movie was undergoing more rewrites by other screenwriters, and Warner Brothers was planning a new animated Jetsons feature film. It is currently in development hell. On August 17, 2017, ABC ordered a pilot for a live-action sitcom version of The Jetsons, which was to be written by Gary Janetti and produced by Janetti, Jack Rapke, and Robert Zemeckis. The Jetsons have appeared in other Hanna-Barbera products, as well as Robot Chicken, Harvey Birdman Attorney at Law, educational film strips, comic books, video games, and home media. Cartoon Network aired the show from 1992 until 2004 and returned in October of 2012. The series aired on Boomerang from April 1st, 2000 until April 6, 2014, then returned from July 2nd, 2016 to March 6th, 2017. If you enjoyed that video, make sure you hit the subscribe button right there so you stay up to date on all things geek culture. Also, go ahead and check out one of these two playlists on the side for more videos just like the one you just watched. I'm Shannon for Comicgeddon TV, the only place on YouTube where all geek culture collides. Take care, geeks.